Hello, I'm Veronica, coach to LGBT entrepreneurs and creator of Self-Care Through Scaling. Something that I find really important to talk to my clients about is the decision for whether or not you want to be out in your business. So this does only apply to people who identify as LGBTQ+. When you're starting your business, you should make a plan for either case. If you're choosing to be out, then how? In what capacity? How does it matter to your business? If you're not choosing to be out, then understanding why you don't want to be out, and then creating a contingency plan just in case you are outed, so that you don't have fear as you are in your day-to-day work. When I decided to be out in my business, I felt a lot of fear and anxiety, even though I had been out to family and friends for the better part of a decade. I'd been out longer than I'd been in business, actually. Being out in business feels different, at least it did to me. It felt way more public. See, when you are out to friends and family, but not out to clients and customers, there's still like a division of private and public life that is able to happen, and it feels really safe, really comfortable. And I didn't really give it much thought, actually. I would out myself to clients or colleagues that I felt were safe, but mostly I wasn't out. I didn't start coming out until I was coaching, and really realizing that me identifying as LGBTQ meant that I had a gift to offer to other entrepreneurs who may not identify with other coaches. They need support, they need help, they need all the services that many of us business coaches provide, but they may not actually feel like they can be coached as their whole selves because they weren't out or didn't feel like they could come out to their coach. I've had a couple of my clients say that they had coached with someone else and the information that they received was awesome, but they didn't feel like they could bring other problems to the table that might be relating to their identity because they weren't sure if that person, that coach, was safe. Coaches strive to be safe, to make their clients be safe in all areas. And while that is true, there's still a lack of identification if the coach isn't LGBT themselves. So I knew that I wanted to specialize, niche down, and focus on a community that I called my own in order to support them, which meant that I had to really out myself. I actually had never come out to my parents, so that was like the first step, because I knew that if articles started to be published and it was going to be on my website, it was going to be here on YouTube eventually, even though I didn't know it at the time, that I had to come out to my parents, and so I did that. That was a situation. My family is such that I wasn't sure if I was going to be disowned for coming out, but I did it anyway because I had a bigger mission than pleasing my family. After that was done, I felt much more free to do the work that I am here to do and also to allow it to be publicized. I then applied and became the first business in my city to be certified with the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce. And this is something that I recommend all my clients do because it is a Fortune 500 designation, and it enters you into a database where massive companies like Apple, IBM, AARP, these companies are looking to the NGLCC they want diverse partnerships. So not only is the certification amazing, but it elevates your brand right off the bat. But of course, being the first one in my city, which I still can't believe. I can sort of believe it. It's a very conservative city, but this is such an opportunity. Why isn't more people doing it? I think I just turned into a gangster. Why isn't more people doing it? Hey, I'm Fonzie. I chose to be out. I chose to be out because it's a part of my brand and because I have a group of people worldwide that I want to be supporting, and it's a part of my manifesto. It's a part of my brand as a whole. on my website, it's in my Facebook group, the Fempreneur Forum, it's everywhere, right? So it's this all-encompassing part of my business. I do want to say that there is a middle ground. If you are interested in not hiding, but also like you don't need your identity to be a large part of your brand, that's okay too. You just want to be able to plan for either one. So if you want that middle road, how are you managing your out status? Who gets to know, who doesn't? And then, if you unfortunately have clients or customers who have a problem with it, how will you deal with that? Honestly, this conversation wouldn't even have felt that big of a deal 2 years ago, but this isn't 2016 anymore. And unfortunately, it feels less and less safe to be out sometimes. I don't want to say that, but at the same time, I think it's true. People are more empowered to be cruel, and rights are being called into question. So that's why this conversation is so important. Sadly, we still have to make this decision and process through it. In 2016, it just didn't feel, I don't know, it felt like maybe someday it wouldn't matter. We wouldn't have to make a plan for being out or not. It just like, we were on our way. It was good. It felt like progress was happening. And now having this plan feels even more important. I'm always happy to help with this. I want you to feel like you're doing the right thing for you. No one can make this decision for you. I had somebody ask when I did an AMA, which is an Ask Me Anything. Somebody asked, like, what do you recommend? And I was like, I don't recommend, because it's up to you. You do what makes you feel safe and what you feel is right and authentic to yourself. If you're not injuring yourself by being in the closet within your business, then stay there. Stay where you feel you are safe for now. But like I said, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to listen. I'm happy to provide advice and be a sounding board. You know where the comment area is. Put your thoughts down, whatever you're thinking, and I'm happy to go over it with you. Whew, this got heavy.